Mingalaba. This is the weekly highlight news of Radio NUG. I'm James. Here are the news highlights for this week. The acting president of the National Unity Government, His Excellency Duwa Lashi, expresses hope that they will be able to march wave after wave until the end of the victory struggle. The National Unity Government publishes guidelines on what people should and should not do during warfare. Ambassador Kyaw attends the plenary meeting of the 78th section of the UN General Assembly and other interesting news. These are the weekly news details. The acting president of the National Unity Government, His Excellency Duwa Lashi, stated that they will be able to march wave after wave until the end of the victory struggle. The acting president also stated that before the 1027 operation, we were able to fight together with the KIA for the victory of the Aunja camp in Xxxxxxx. The 1027 operation in Northern Shan state is also a military operation involving the Mandalay People's Defense Force. The success of the 1027 operation is obvious as it has provided a way of hope to the highest level of the public, both at home and abroad. We have clearly seen the benefits of joint operations. The time has come to record the most significant military achievement of the Spring Revolution. I merely hope that they will be able to march one wave after another from defenses to urban warfare. The acting president also informed that the revolutionary offenses like the warfare for the control of the Kuk Khaing Township is advancing at a quick pace again only in Kyaw and Kyaukme Townships. Due to the outbreak of war throughout the country, the National Unity Government has issued guidelines for what people should and should not do during times of war. The Ministry of Women, Youth and Children Affairs of the National Unity Government announced that following the 1027 operation launched by the three Northern Alliance groups, as the scope of the war has expanded from guerrilla warfare to urban warfare, and it has reached a stage of the urban warfare and the nature of the war may harm the people. It has been reported that the National Unity Government, which is the people's government, is putting strategies in place to reduce collateral damages to people's lives and property. This program is called Wings for the People, and it encourages people to follow the guidelines for what they should and should not do during the war. The Ministry of Women, Youth and Children Affairs of the NUG, the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management of NUG, and the People's Defense and Support Forces collaborated on the publication of this guideline. According to the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management of the National Unity Government, 18 civilians have died as a result of the fighting, and the number of the refugees from the Northern Shan state has risen to more than 30,000. The number of refugees is high, with over 6,700 in Lashio Township, where the battle between the terrorist military group and the three Northern Alliance group began. Over 9,000 in Thein-Ni Township, over 4,000 in Kyaukme Township, 1,100 in Kuk Khaing Township, about 1,000 in Laukaing Township, 16 in Muse and 5,000 in Kyaw province, and more than 9,000 refugees from nearby villages, according to the statement. The terrorist military group conducted a strike on non-military targets. As of 3rd of November, heavy weapon fire had killed 18 civilians, including women and children, and injured 44 others. In addition, a strike and shelling explosion damaged 80 public buildings and 12 religious buildings. According to reports, the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management of the National Unity Government is providing food, temporary shelter, and utilities to refugees in Northern Shan state in collaboration with ground teams. The Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management of the National Unity Government has also shared the do's and don'ts for refugees to follow. The Ministry of Women, Youth and Children's Affairs of NUG organized the training on gender-based violence and case management course from 1st to 4th of November in order to reduce the tragic tragedies of women and children during the conflict. This 4-day training was intended to avoid violence against women and children, as well as to increase security and effectively prevent exploitation during the conflict. The Deputy Minister Thein-Ni gave an opening speech at the event. It was held for the ministry field officer from the townships of Xxxxxx region. According to the ministry, although women and children are more vulnerable than men and should receive extra protection, they must not be viewed as weak and play a crucial role in preventing and resolving conflicts as well as fostering and upholding peace. Furthermore, the security of women and children as well as loss of their shelter, violations of human rights, vicious cycle of the sexual violence, torture and murder, has been perpetuated amid throughout the Spring Revolution, and there has been rapidly increasing. The Myanmar's permanent representative to the United Nations, Ambassador Ujo Moton, attended the plenary meeting of the 78th section of the United Nations General Assembly on 8th of November, and our agenda item 89, report of the International Atomic Energy Agency. At the meeting, the Ambassador Ujo Moton stated that lack of accountability for the military emboldened by the impunity. The military junta continues to go on the offenses against the people of Myanmar through indiscriminate and disproportionate area attacks and heavy weaponry sharing on civilian areas, and to further its atrocity, war crimes and crimes against humanity against the people. There is no democratic oversight on the action of the military junta. Therefore, any member state should not cooperate whatsoever with the military junta, including for the nuclear energy program. Such cooperation should be extended to Myanmar only when the military dictatorship is ended, democracy is restored, and power is returned to the people through the democratically elected civilian government. Ambassador Ujo Moton, Myanmar's permanent representative to the United Nations, and representatives from the 48 member states of the United Nations and the European Union made speeches at their plenary meeting. These are the weekly highlight news of radio and YouTube. We will present more interesting weekly local news to you. Thanks for joining our news.